Roy,
What's up?
how are y'all doing?
You, I don't know why it's awkward because you came in late and stuff.
Yeah,
Hey, just a heads up.
Damn, Roy, okay.
Our backdrop today is Kobe.
Kobe.
Yeah.
What's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, but I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good. How's everybody? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I was talking to Roy earlier. I told you that it was like I got everything caught up. You know what I mean? Going into February. You know what I'm saying? I was able to get caught up on some classwork, got some other shit knocked out, and I feel like January. I know people say that all the time that January it like feels longer, like it takes forever to end. But don't it feel like that though? Like every year, doesn't it feel like January just drags on?
This year went fast though.
I don't know. I
For
feel
me,
like
January went
it's
fast.
something happening there. They sneaking in an extra day in there somewhere, and they taking that shit out of February, and that's how that shit add up at the end of the year. Like you got to think about that, man.
It's a leap year this year.
Yeah. gotta wake up.
They're adding the day in February.
They gotta wake up, man. No, man. Look, they took some days out of February and they added it to January, and they slip it in there when we sleep or something. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like that's why I feel like January takes so long.
Why are you looking at me?
I guess February went fast for me. It was just I think because last year nothing dropped. At least we got some good stuff this year, and it kind of helped for January to go by quicker.
Like and it's like, is it officially like the death of the EP so far this year? Like
I was telling somebody that I'm like, we have like I was listening to 3 albums. Like usually it's in a day and a half. It's easy because it's 30 minutes. Like the shortest one was like 45 minutes, 46 minutes.
Yeah,
I was like, man, we got some albums this year.
Wouldn't it like? Don't you feel like that's like EPs are better? Like, I mean, we'll get into it, I guess, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like EPs to me are more convenient than listening to a full album. Like,
I mean, when you're just talking about time, yeah.
Like, I mean, if you sit down and digest the whole album, like you're normally gonna have to get up and listen to it on the go. Like, and you really not hearing the music if you moving around like that. That's all I'm saying. Like when you can put on an EP and be like, okay, I'm finna go from here to work, and you finish with the damn album from, you know what I'm saying, driving on your way to work, and you're able to just digest that whole album. But
I see what you're saying, because like sometimes you get a different feel like the second or third listen, and if it's longer albums, I'm not getting into that second or third in time. It's just like it is what it is on the first listen.
Yeah. So we got Lil Wayne Funeral dropped yesterday. What'd y'all think about the album?
How you feel about it, Roy? Because you're like, you know, the biggest Wayne fan in here.
I know, man. I love Lil Wayne, all the Carters. Nah, it was surprisingly.
I know, man. I love Lil Wayne, all the Carters.
If you heard us in the past, I'm not the biggest Lil Wayne fan at all. I actually really enjoyed the album. It was a lot better than I thought. I didn't have high expectations, so he met them and he exceeded them. My favorite one was Mamma Mia.
Do you think you liked it because you didn't have high expectations?
Maybe. I said that. I said in the chat that.
So how you expect the album determines the outcome of the, like, your opinion, like.
Yeah, because it's my opinion. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I have certain expectations.
So it's like if you listen to some music and you're in a bad mood and you like, that album was bad, but is it because the album was bad or was it because your mood was bad?
I would say my mood, because the mood reflects how you feel when you listen. Kind of same thing how you do when you say, oh, I don't really like it, but I know it's good, so you give it like a high number.
I don't get it. I don't see how those correlate.
Okay, because you don't have high expectations for them because that's not your style.
So what'd you like about the album then?
I think on a lot of songs he slowed it down a little bit, and I liked it. I like when he slowed it down.
You think he's a fast rapper?
Not that he's fast. I don't like when he does like the quicker stuff, like on Funeral. I didn't like that. Like towards the end, he started doing quicker stuff. I don't like when he does that. I don't like the way he sounds.
Quicker stuff. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Somebody said it sounds like he's talking through a fan. Is
that what the comment you're talking?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't like it. Like
I can't unhear that.
That's funny because every time you say talking to a fan, I just engraved like T-Pain, because that whole joke talking to the fan with the auto-tune.
Yeah.
But now it's Lil Wayne.
Yeah. I just think that's disrespectful, but it makes sense. So what'd you give it?
I give it a 7.
7?
Yeah. And surprisingly, the features weren't the best tracks to me. The features weren't, because I did a I did 2 listens. On the third listen, I just listened to the features, and I wasn't feeling it just listening to the features. Just when like 2 or 3.
So you skipped around?
No, I did 2 full listens, and then I did just the features because I was looked at the topic list.
Oh, okay. Did the Adam Levine song sound like a radio hit to you?
Yeah.
It definitely stood out.
I thought that one was good. I think overall, like start to finish, it was a nice compilation of songs. I could kind of see why how when Drake dropped that one thing, he called it a playlist kind of. I guess because it like when you think of an album, especially from an artist like Wayne, you kind of want it to kind of have some type of shape. But to me, it felt more like a just a compilation of songs. Like he was just been waiting to get off. You know what I mean? So, I mean, but that's how I felt about it. But I mean, it was good music. It was Wayne. It's funny that y'all talk about him talking like he sound like he's coming to a fan or whatever. Because I was gonna mention that, like, do you think that's really his voice? Like, does somebody really sound like that all the time?
Like I heard him because they're in Miami doing the Super Bowl thing. And he was on with Skip Bayless and them.
Oh, yeah, he was.
He really sounds like that. Like that was his regular
voice. He did
voice.
it so much. That's what it became.
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
Because he didn't sound like that back in Lights Out. You know what I'm saying?
It's like when you always talk with the accent, you pick it up. He was always talking like that. He's always talking like that, so he picked it up. That's his natural voice now.
I guess. Like Tony Parker. Like what do you? But yeah,
he picked up a fake accent.
Yeah,
who talks like that?
Little
he just it's like I'm gonna talk like this from now on.
Yeah, I gave it a 6.
What did I give it?
You didn't say.
7.
Yeah, I give it a 6. Whenever I listen to Lil Wayne, I'm not expecting like a deep story or like some type of theme from him. I'm simply going in listening to like bars. You know what I'm saying?
I have to get that out of my head because I'm a big fan of like theme and like stories. So when I had to get that out of my head, and then I listened just to like the bars, and they don't have to connect to each other. And then I heard better stuff. I'm like, okay,
yeah. So that's what I was looking for. I was looking for more of like no ceilings type thing. I thought it was gonna be like a mixtape, basically, you know.
Okay.
But it was okay. It wasn't like
so again like
super
like what Roy said. So when you listen to music, you judge it based off of what you expect from that artist.
Yeah, based off of what I've heard before, and what I like from that person. That's what I'm basing it off of. And yeah, Wayne isn't really somebody that's known to be like a super deep introspective artist. So
when you went into the Crit album, what were you expecting out of Crit?
I don't really listen to Crit, so I was just open-minded.
Wow, and you still gave it a 2?
I thought I gave it a 3.
You know what? I feel you now because I said this in the chat. He gave 070 a 2. Like I feel you. I said I wasn't gonna say anything when he brings it up.
It wasn't good. I don't know. It just didn't sound good.
I'm not gonna say nothing anymore,
like I just don't understand how you could go into an album with an open mind and give it a 3.
Like I listened to. I'm pretty sure I gave it a 3. I listened to Bad Bunny. I don't know what he's saying, but it sounded good, you know. And I'd rate that higher than a Crit album.
That's wild.
You don't even understand it.
No, he could be throwing some flexible bars. I don't know what he's saying.
Like I don't know, but it's better.
Like all the men with skirts is looking my way, but I don't know what he's saying. Man. But yeah, I mean that's just what it was. But
speaking of Bad Bunny, he had a new drop. He had a Kobe tribute song.
What did he say?
6 Rings.
Yeah.
It's about like his like the Mamba mentality everyone's been talking about.
Yeah.
But 6 Rings.
Did we give her like a moment of silence? Did we just jump right into it? We didn't.
Yeah, we talked about it.
No, we did.
We even brought up Kobe.
We talked about the background.
Oh, I mean that's not okay. I guess
that's crazy.
We mentioned him. That's not talking about.
Nah. R.I.P. Kobe.
That's on Chris, y'all, man.
Yeah.
What was he saying?
The whole mentality and like the kind of like the inspired him and all that, like just to be driven.
He had one English bar in there. I can't remember what it was. He said something in English.
Well, did he say the whole 6 rings
Mamba
is about he has 5 rings, and then the 6th ring is his wife and his family, like because he won that also.
Yeah,
like,
that's right. That's what he said. Yeah.
I like that. I never thought about that.
Yeah, that's why he called it 6 rings.
That's pretty dope.
I saw a lot of comments like I guess y'all didn't hear it. They're like he has 5 rings. I'm like,
were they Englishmen? or did they speak the
they
tongue of a
English-
Spaniard?
They typed in English.
English
So.
Englishmen like what the people in Europe back in the old days like.
Did they know two tongues, or were they only speaking English?
I don't know, but they were commenting in English.
Okay, well that says a lot.
What else we listened to this weekend?
And then you got Russ Shake the Snow Globe.
Hold on, real
Snake.
quick, and Lil Wayne, was it better than Carter 5? I think so.
I don't think so.
Why do you have? We don't have to compare it to the. We don't have to
Yeah.
compare them, but I
Well,
mean,
because
if
Cam
we-
brought it
oh.
up in the chat. He's like, "You better not say it's better than Carter
If we-
5." Which
if
it
we
is.
I don't think
are-
it was. No,
I
if
think
we
it
are,
was.
I don't think that it was.
no.
I mean,
You're just an asshole.
Wait, asshole.
Like I don't know. You somehow manages to
you
shit
said you
on
think
him.
it is better than the Carter 5.
It is better, in my opinion. It's better than
Wow.
Carter 5.
You just somehow managed to shit on him while giving him a compliment. I don't know how you do it.
He's evolving. It's better.
Yeah. Okay.
He evolved on his album. What? Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
What
Roy.
are you listening to? You're in a bad mood when you listen to that album.
Oh, do you think it was weird that he had a song with The Dream on here? Because they got the same baby mama.
It's easier, man.
They've
It's easier.
Let me tell you from personal experience, like
They already hang
you actually develop a better relationship with
Bruh.
the other baby daddy sometimes.
bro. They both drawn from the same well.
You fucking go to picnics and shit. Like
They
fucking put your kids on the same sports team. Like, it's a connection that y'all
like,
both
I
share.
couldn't be like that. Like I be thinking about stupid shit.
The
Like
friend of my enemy. No, the friend of my. Well, how does it say?
About the Rust bar.
no,
Oh.
The saying like the friend of my enemy is
yeah,
my friend,
like
or some shit like that. I don't know.
I be thinking about stupid stuff, so I couldn't do that. Like we've both seen her naked and shit. Like she's both seen us in our drawers. Like it's just uncomfortable for me. I can't. I want to
Like,
be paid for that.
Look at you.
What if it was an old? What did it sound like? It was an old Dream feature.
Dreams sound the same on everything.
Like, what if it was something he just
He's
had?
like John Legend.
Wow. What if it was something that Wayne just had? You know what I'm saying?
And-
he was just shitting on him like, I'm gonna keep this. I paid for it, nigga. I'm gonna
Like,
use it.
and then I be thinking about shit like, okay, I paid him for a verse, but that proceeds is going to child support, so I didn't pay twice for child support. I didn't
Double
credit,
dipping
like
on
I
the
credited
song.
his account. Like
Twice.
it's so crazy.
Taking part of his cut too.
Yeah, like
Man, Wayne is getting married. Like you're not that attached to if you and your baby mama y'all moved on in a peaceful way, like you can coexist and
Chris is holding on.
no, I'm just thinking like it ain't even about her. It's more about him being in the same room as him. You know, it's more.
Y'all don't
of a-
have it's now beef is no
You
friction.
both moved on.
like what do y'all talk about?
You
Like
both-
how's the family? Kids good?
You talk about
The
music.
Like
That's what they're
yeah,
there
they're there to
for.
record.
That's so weird.
He could have, emailed it like
Is there
Ross
like
did.
is there like double baby daddy protocol or something like etiquette? I don't know.
Yeah, you don't talk. You don't remember? Did she used to do that to you too?
Like what if
you
she? What
you
if
don't
she
have
called?
those conversations.
What if she called? Like, can you pick the kids up? All right, I'll call Wayne.
Hey Wade, he's in the
We
next
in the
room.
same place. But anyway, I just thought I'd ask.
Mhm.
But yeah, Russ, shake the snow globe.
I was big on Russ, so let me start it off. Because I was really big on Russ. I like Russ. I feel like as the field of white rappers expands, like I feel like he's definitely head and shoulders the cream of the crop of white rappers. I think the reason why I fuck with Russ is because his flow sounds authentic. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not forcing anything. It's kind of like Drake in a sense where he's not a gangster rapper. He's not you know what I'm saying? Like Russ can do a lot of different. He has range. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not boxed in. Like he can sing, he can rap, he could, you know what I'm saying? He could do a lot of different things. This album was he portrayed that on this album. I wish it would have been more rap, but I didn't like this album too much. It was I said all of that to kind of, I guess it was a backhand insult, like Chris said, because I didn't really like this album, man.
You do
I
that
was
sometimes.
I was really high on this album, and I really like Russ, but I wasn't feeling this album too much, and I listened to it like 4 times because I really wanted to like it. But I had to give it a 6, man. Like, he did his own thing. He was very radio on this album.
Yeah.
It was very poppy.
Yeah,
It was he had a couple of rap songs on there. Like, he showed you that he could rap, but I don't think that's the lane that he really went for on this album. like not to jump topics, but you know, maybe he was going more so like a Igor route, you know what I mean? Like trying to, you know, tap into that pop shit. But whatever, man. I gave it a 6. I didn't fuck with it too much.
Yeah. I'm not really a Russ fan, so I've never listened to any of his music like that. Really? So I didn't know what to. Yeah, I thought I've told y'all this. So when I went into it, I didn't really know what to expect.
Big crit, no expectations.
Yeah,
open mind.
It felt like it was more like radio friendly than an actual rap album.
Yeah.
It was very vanilla to me though. It felt like he stayed in the lines when he was rapping. Like I gotta do a 16 bar. Let me get that hook.
That's how I feel about Logic.
Bars,
That's how I feel about Logic.
Exactly. Like he was very. It didn't.
That wasn't Russ on this album, bro.
He reminded me of every other like.
No, he's
non.
He has a unique sound.
Yeah, you don't want to say it.
He has a unique sound, dog. I have him up there with Mac Miller as sounding unique, not content wise, but as far as sounding unique, where they're not just tapping into a different part of a culture, and you know what I'm saying, like trying to like he's unique, like he just does him. You can tell that his story is authentic. That's all I'm saying. Like that's. I
got the Logic vibe because Logic was bragging about what he goes through too. You know.
Yeah, he. There was a lot of like mean there. Like
it's not really like you got.
He mentioned his self Russ in third person like a good amount of time.
That's right, because
this is he's into like that emo realm. Like that's what this album felt like.
Emo though.
He was flexing like he made it.
But no, he was. That's what I said. He has a bunch of different styles, and he was everywhere on this album, which is why I didn't like it. Like
I got the privilege flex more than like the humble beginning flex from like a regular.
That's the early stuff.
This is his third album.
This is the made it.
Like I could tell
this is his third album. What do you want him to do?
I can tell he don't sell bricks. You know, like I didn't get none of that. He definitely pays his taxes. Like
he talked a lot about like how other niggas is flexing and he just out here getting.
He ain't niggas though.
he out here getting $5,000 a show and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying.
He's getting $5,000 a show.
I mean, 500,000 a
I was like, Russ, talk about that.
Talk about that struggle.
Yeah, but this is his third album, so that's why you list. That's what you hearing right now. Like,
yeah.
You don't expect the person to.
So he's basically what Logic does, because that's where Logic's at right now, where he's just bragging basically.
No, but Logic does it in a terrible way.
It felt the same. It felt very like he didn't go off beat at all. Yeah. He was like,
you remember Logic made that song with Juicy J and Fresh Montana?
I don't remember it.
That stripper song.
That
was the most awkward shit to listen to.
Tried to deflect it. But yeah, no. Even Logic's third album is when he went pop, and this is Russ's third album, and it's pop.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is Russ doing Russ.
I don't know if Russ has an Under Pressure album, but this ain't
so it. If this is Russ doing Russ and this is how he sounds, and you're not the biggest fan of it, then why were you like anticipating a good album?
This is him showing his range again, because we always get on here and not me, but y'all like to evolving. Y'all like to shit on niggas to talk about growth, and you can't if you're not listening to his other stuff, I can feel how you feel. But if you listen to his other shit, then you can hear that growth in his album.
You should know better.
You can hear that growth in his album.
So growth isn't always good.
I mean, I actually don't. Me, if I like what I'm listening to, I don't want this rapper to change. Because then when I tune into you, now I'm hearing some shit that I don't want to hear. I start liking you because of this other shit. Now you want to do this? You trying to grow, nigga? No, stay where you at and keep doing what you're doing, because that's working. Like, Anyway,
I mean, everything y'all said is pretty spot on. I expected more of a hip hop album based on like the stuff in the past.
It's very like vanilla, right? No surprises.
It was very pop, but when I look at it as a pop album, it wasn't bad. Like,
but he kind of tried to warn us with the with Zoo, because the hits that came out on Zoo, his hits were very radio friendly. Yeah.
But there's a couple of songs there that definitely made like playlists that I added. Mm-hmm. The one with Benny the Butcher, that was a good one.
Yeah,
I like that.
Just Benny,
and then
you shitted on Ross's verse, but Ross's verse,
yeah, I got that. It wasn't bad.
So it wasn't bad at all.
So I did 2 listens on it. The first listen was in the car driving. Second listen was headphone, and the Ross verse was
even
different.
You said it sounded like he mailed it to him, but even on your first listen, how he jumped into the guess what, like how he just jumped in like that wasn't no.
You kind of reached.
That wasn't no patched in verse, bro. Like
Ross don't really do bad verses. Yeah, wank. Why would you say that?
Which verse was better, this one or the one on Yo Gotti?
Obviously, Yo Gotti, because he's a street nigga. Like, what do you want?
So he got the baller talk on that one.
Like, what you want from the menu? The radio verse or the street nigga verse?
Like, this was definitely the radio verse.
Another reason why Ross is a legend, because he got so much versatility.
What are we talking about?
I wanted more of
his
that
versatility.
Ross. I wanted more of that Ross.
Well, that's not what Russ wanted,
Right.
obviously.
You think Russ could like Ross? You know, I can't talk about drugs.
Another
Ross.
reason to like the Ross album.
He held
Ross back.
You wanted his verse to stick out?
Yeah.
Like, look, this is really not a drug flex song, Ross. Give me one of them. Give me one of them smooth Cristal. What you sipping? Barrel Ale Rose verses. Like, he one of them Barrel Ale Rose verses.
Looking off-row one patch head ass. What? Why would you want that? But anyway, I gave it a 7. I rated
you rated it higher than me. Okay.
I gave it 1 above Wayne. What'd you give it?
6.
Yeah.
So which one is going to sell more? That's Wayne, definitely, right?
We said this
it's
before they
I
dropped.
think
You
Wayne
said
would probably
Russ.
sell. I think Wayne probably outsell him.
Even though Russ isn't that, it's kind of like pop right now. Like that's interesting to see, because pop is struggling. Justin Bieber them out there begging for streams. Pop is struggling. Selena Gomez was out there begging for streams too recently.
Justin doing that again? Yeah. He said,
yeah. He dropped a new song Friday also.
Well, it's been out. It just wasn't like out because that came out like a week ago, because I was looking to see if the album came out. And you talking about the one with Khalid, right? Or Khaled?
No, it was a single by himself.
Yeah, Khalid has a single by himself too.
But Justin Bieber has him featured on there, right?
I just heard the song
maybe
independent. I just heard Khalid by itself.
They're both singing the whole
Khaled.
time,
Is it
right?
Khalid or is it Khaled?
I don't know.
Depends on which one.
But yeah, I like that one too. I think it's gonna be another R&B album. I like Journals. I think that was underrated. But yeah, I definitely like to hear a new Justin Bieber R&B album.
I can't.
But and then we got Yo Gotti Untrapped. What'd you think about that one?
It was great. It was my favorite drop of the week. It was dope.
Mine too.
I liked it a lot.
That's crazy that y'all. I mean, I like that album, but are y'all gonna replay that?
I've replayed it already.
Roy, you gonna listen to that Yo Gotti album again?
He got hood beats.
Yeah,
hood beats get you up.
Yeah, they do, man. But I don't believe Roy's listening to that.
I can listen to that second half like over
I honestly
and over.
don't even think you gonna listen to it again.
Yeah, I can run a 5K to that. That's a good album.
That's a good album, bro.
I've pointed music your way that was in that same realm, and you kind of shit.
They don't sound. It don't. I guess it don't sound authentic. Like Kuda the friend or whatever. He's authentic. Whatever his name is. He's authentic. It sounds like a real.
See,
like
you can
really
say that.
there.
You can say that, but when I say that about somebody like Russ or Mac Miller, you fucking. Shit
I love Mac Miller.
But I'm just saying, like, you're like when I because you say I don't see color, but I'm saying like he's rapping, he sounds authentic. That's what I mean.
I ain't say he. What? I'm not. We're not meaning the same thing. I'm not saying authentic because he's black. I'm saying
authentic too. Like
he's like we mean the same thing. No, we don't. Hold on now. No.
Oh man.
Like I mean authentic, like he's really going through this. You could tell like he's been hanging
train.
You could tell he's been hanging around Jay-Z though, for real though, right? You could tell he go to the Rock Nation brunch.
Who we talking about again?
Yo Gotti.
But ever since like when you said
oh, wow. both years.
He's the Memphis
alumni.
Gucci.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
you don't think that's Juicy
It's the
J?
same vibe.
No. Juicy J is the strip club alumni.
Juicy J is still relevant though. He can make a hit anytime. I think Juicy J could put out one of his songs and with that same cadence and everything.
Nah, you better hit a Wiz.
With your mama, like yo, I think he could drop something.
Same 1990s.
Yeah,
flow.
Juicy J, bro. You could throw it in any. He's timeless. He makes timeless hits.
I think he's got a life pass at every strip club, but I don't think he run Memphis. There was a time where they were there, but I don't think so. I think it's definitely Yo Gotti.
You know, I listened to some 3-6 recently, man. Some old 3-6.
Old 3-6 hits.
It's super demonic.
Tear the club up. That's a fighting song.
No, I'm talking about they talk about demons and devils and stuff, and they super like their old stuff. Like,
yeah, both hands.
It was really on some 666 stuff. Dog.
Yeah. But yeah, what'd you give the album?
A 9.
I gave it a 10.
I get an album an 8.
Big Homies is my jam.
But it's because
Big Homies is overhyped.
That's good.
It's because he stayed in his lane and he did what he's supposed to do. Like, do you expect an artist like that to grow?
I thought he grew. I thought he did show.
He
some growth.
always rapped like that, but he always has that radio hit like 5-star chick. But he always has music like that.
But
and I think people get shit. I think like. Go ahead.
He had a lot of range though. He had the drug songs. He had the stripper songs. He also had the Jay-Z verses, which is what I was talking about, where he talked about growth and not just being
always
the
drug and the stripper songs kind of same lane.
Nah, drugs like I bought a brick. Strippers is shake that ass. It's like two different.
You talking about bounce?
Yes,
that was a good one too. Yeah,
it's two different lanes. And then he had a little something for everybody. So I feel like he covered everything on this album. I was going back and forth between like giving it a 9 or a 10, and I mean. He hit everything, and he had a good Ross verse.
Yep.
Can you like is Ross and Meek Mill, man? Like they keeping MM, you know what I'm saying? MMG like a.
They the only two there. Like, who else is there?
Here we go.
Gunplay.
Man. Here we
he
go.
pimping. He's a pimp, literally. I think he got court today.
What's wrong with doing what you love? Like
he don't love to rap. He love to pimp.
I know, but what's wrong with that?
You can't sign a pimp to a record label,
even if it's your best friend. What? Come on, man.
That's a
like
handout.
You can't, you can't say I didn't give you a chance.
He a Rasta pimp.
You can't say I didn't give you a chance. Like that's my dog.
Like Wale got fired. Like there's nobody there.
I heard Wale still doing numbers on tour.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man, we gotta look that up, man.
I forgot, but someone showed me Wale did just drop a single.
What's his version? What's his definition of numbers?
He doing numbers on tour. I heard
he
Wale.
has those Dave East numbers.
He's selling out clubs.
Wow. Dave used to hit you for saying that.
He's selling out Wild Zebra.
Wow. Coming to the States.
Fucking packed at the White Elephant.
Wale.
Forlorn.
He got his
Come on, bro.
And you know he extra. He got his whole band out there.
Fucking dirty ass shoes up there. Like get out of here.
The drums.
I'm good.
That's how we just end up shitting on Wale. That's fucked up.
Like he need to change his style.
Bad.
Like I can't.
I think that's embedded in him. That's his style. He's going nowhere.
I hate his style.
He had a song on Ross's last album where Ross came out doing the same thing we just talked about on Russ verse. Ross came out talking that dope boy shit. I think Meek Mill came out talking it, and then Wale came out. What are you doing here?
Fucking slurring.
Lauren. Shut up.
Oh, Wale skip. God
they
damn.
always put him at the end. Like,
he really did go down,
just in case you want to skip.
Oh man.
So who's your speaking of like Memphis, who's like your top 5 Memphis rappers right now? Like anytime.
Wow.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit. I honestly I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so right now, I would have to say Dolph. Then I would say Gotti. No, Dolph, and then
like no
Juicy.
particular order.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to do mine in order. So Dolph, Juicy J, Gotti. I want to say Black Youngster, but I don't really want to listen to him like that. I don't think I ever listened to a full Black Youngster album.
Me neither.
But he's there.
I like him for singles and shenanigans.
Features.
Yeah.
JB Block Boy. I know he ain't really got a whole project like that, but you know Drake, gave him that stimulus package. So I listened to some of his shit, and he got some decent music. So, but that's all. Like I don't have 5. I was just 4 right there.
I got 5 either.
I got Yo Gotti. I got Moneybag Yo. I'm surprised
Moneybag Yo. Wow.
You said he was from Houston, though.
Who said that?
You did.
No, I did not.
You said that last week.
Oh, I was being sarcastic on everything. I was being
trying to
sarcastic.
trick me.
We don't know when that is.
I don't care if you
can't
don't know.
use that all the time.
I don't care if you know. I know.
He said, "Who said that?"
That's why I was just like, "Who said that?" I know where he was from.
Well, that's what his go-to. I was being sarcastic.
Yeah. So I got Yo Gotti, Moneybag Yo. I like Dolph. I got Black Youngster, obviously for shenanigans and singles, and I got 3 6 Mafia as like a group.
You said I have Juicy J. I never really listened to Project Pat or anybody else. But you said as a
DJ Paul with the hand.
DJ Paul. He
a DJ.
Wow.
In the clubs.
Wow, you're
what?
You're
like put them on the trap and it's a rap. Like, what do you mean? Like, you don't like him as a group?
I'm just
Like, I like him as a group. Like,
why you coming at that man handicap?
what are you talking about?
you just questioned how he was a DJ with one hand.
I ain't question that. What?
You questioned it.
Yeah.
You insinuated it.
No, like I know if you see like if they had a like a world tour or something and they had just Memphis rappers, I think they would do good. You got Yo Gotti on tour, and then you got Dolph, and then we got 3-6 Mafia. That's like all hands on deck, bro.
Wow, that's another hand joke, people.
Like,
classless.
what are you talking about? That'll be a good group, but like, who do you got?
Yo Gotti.
Okay, bro. He didn't hurt everybody. Should have went with him first. Let me.
I wouldn't put. I don't. This is enough to like Young Dolph, Black Youngster, put him there. I like the little bit I've heard of Enemy Choppa. I'll put him on it.
He said that fast.
Lennon Chapa.
Yeah.
Why'd you make it sound Spanish?
That's how he says it. And then I'll put 3-6 Mafia in there. That's about it.
Yeah. I can't get that out of my head now. Menela Chapa.
Every time I mention the chat, you mention the Patriots.
Yeah, because I read N.E. Chopper. I'm like, I think of the Patriots. Like, I don't know. I missed the L. But then we got Tyler, the Creator. As far as his Igor album, it looks like he won. Won a, what was it, a Grammy? Or what did he win? Best rap album?
Best rap album.
I think maybe that's why I didn't like that album, because he wanted it to be pop, and I'm not a big fan of pop.
I don't see how that.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised y'all liked his album, and it sounded a lot like Russ.
I liked it.
Y'all
it didn't sound nothing like Russ to me.
I just
y'all liked it.
I just said that real quick.
He's like, I was sarcastic.
Shoot for the hip. I don't even research. I just shoot for the hip. Thought I had you.
Yeah, I definitely liked it more than the 070, but yeah.
Why you gotta throw that in?
Because y'all were comparing it to that, but
did I?
Yeah, y'all compared it to that, and then
Cam.
y'all said it was like, did he?
Yeah.
Was he here for that episode?
That was at the basketball court.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't here. Ain't nobody,
nobody here.
We didn't bring up Igor.
Did he come off? Does he come off as ungrateful? Like, how do you feel?
I feel like.
He said I'm grateful, but
you can't say I'm grateful. But
yes, you can. He was taking a stand. He's taking a stand. He's like, look,
he appreciates
y'all are trying to, like, this committee of people are trying to box me in and tell me that just because I'm black that this ain't pop music. I made pop music, and y'all telling me what it ain't. Just like when old boy Lil Nas X came out and told you it was a country song, y'all try to tell him it wasn't. Like, he trying to tell you this was a pop. This was a pop record. I appreciate y'all giving me this Grammy, but this wasn't a rap album. I didn't make it a rap album, y'all. But I made it a pop album, and y'all boxing me in because I'm black, and y'all just feel like black people can't come in. Oh, because I'm a rapper that I can't make a pop album. That's what he meant by that.
Okay.
But do you think this answers your question as far as people being able to say what their genre is? Remember we talked about that for the Lil Nas X, like he wants it to be country. Yeah. Who are we to judge?
Yeah, I said that. Like, y'all still feel the same way?
So like, do you think they don't?
Like,
so
how,
does this mean that they
work?
don't have control over whatever their music is?
No, they don't. Like, because he started off as a rapper. When they listen to his music, whoever these people are who make these decisions of these winnings, and like, you know, they probably just looking at this person who's black and he was in the rap category before, and he's like, okay, that's the best rap album I heard all year. But he told you that it's not a rap album. He told you that, but you still gave him best.
Has he mentioned it before?
No, not really. He just says,
because I mean
that
kind of goes against, like,
but because
what we're saying, that
did you listen to it?
Yes.
Did you listen to it?
Did
it sound like a rap album to
no
you?
To me, I mean,
I thought it was like alternative.
It's weird.
Did you listen to it? Yes or no? Because you said no.
He said yes.
Did it sound like a rap album to you?
No, not at all.
I mean, it's hard to say like what's a rap album now, because you got people like Travis Scott putting out beats that don't really sound like rap, but they're rap. You got Kanye West that like changes the whole sound of it, and then I mean you got Kendrick Lamar doing stuff. Like, it's hard to say like what's an actual rap album, you know?
But when an artist tells you, I don't know if there was something where he got nominated, and maybe when they nominated him, he told them like, this is not a rap song. I got to do more into that, because now I'm reaching. But I feel like somewhere down the line, he made it known that this wasn't a rap album, and that's why he was like, I'm grateful, but like, why are y'all trying to box me in? You know what I'm saying? Like, if he said that specifically,
yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? So he feels that kind of way, like, you saying that I'm a rapper and I can't do nothing else. Like, I feel like that's messed up. And then when you look at the the people who make those nominations and stuff like that, like we talked about a little bit, like how do you even get elected? I think Paul Wall is in there in the Grammy committee.
Really?
I mean, like that picture.
Where he come from?
I don't know. Like how? What did he do?
He has pool.
Can you imagine? Like,
maybe because does he represent like Texas? Maybe he represents Texas culture. Maybe he represents. No. But what if it is though? What if that is how it works? Because we don't know how it works.
Can you imagine going through like the names of all the judges?
Yeah,
fucking Stanley Coop.
Who else represents Texas culture? Who else represents Texas culture that was mainstream more than Paul Wall? Can still
Bun B.
But he's more really so like OG. Mainstream? Like he wasn't.
That's more OG than.
But he wasn't mainstream. Paul Wall was like he's this generation. He connects more with this current generation.
They were hot about
the people that are streaming music and stuff like that. Like
they were hot around the same time.
Yeah, you think Paul Wall connects with this generation more?
I mean, more so. Yes, I definitely do. Like,
they were hot around the same time, though.
But I'm just saying, we're getting off. We're going down a rabbit hole. We're going down a rabbit hole. We're talking about how they actually get.
I think he's on the committee. He still signed the Cash Money.
I'm talking about how
he's alone.
How did he get the real question is how the fuck did he get on the committee? Like, how is he up there deciding whether fucking J. Cole and 21 Savage get a Grammy? Like,
that's so weird.
Just J. Cole.
That's so random too. Like
it's so random, dog.
I didn't even look at the committee. Like we need someone to fact check this. I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know. But that would be good to research for next year.
But that's good. Like I want to know how much power like they have. Like when you submit an album to like the streaming services, do you have to do like a checkbox on what genre it is that they did the wrong one or what?
Now, women don't care when they shit on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell you, I just got a text message from somebody that's listening to the show, and she's like, "I'm glad I'm not the only person that don't understand your sarcasm." Like, how you just gonna listen? How you just gonna try to shit on me while I'm recording? Like, you couldn't wait till the show was over to text me that. You just trying to fuck up my day.
You did say that.
You just trying to mess up my day. You know what I'm saying? On purpose? Why? Like, why would you text me that? Turn me off.
That's good. That
we just lost a listener. Turn me off.
Shout out to the listeners.
Shout out. Thanks for listening.
Like females are so rude, bro. Like that.
I don't know.
You don't like your support. Keep listening.
That's not a rude thing to text somebody in the middle of their show. Oh, that text message. Oh, it's just somebody shitting on me.
You're about to get a second text.
It's just like, hey, let me just shit on him real quick, and then you go text me on that with sarcasm.
But anyway, with Kobe Bryant, it's so hard to talk about it. You know, with him passing. Like, how did that hit you? Like when you first heard about it? We were ironically all in the same place. All in the same place.
I thought it was fake because you know that stuff comes out like
that was too big to be that fake. I don't think they would let that leak like that. So
the only reason I thought so because the sports channels, they're like the last people to report it. It was all like Twitter
because
and
none of the sports channels wanted to touch that unless they knew 100%. You don't want to be the sports network to be like Kobe dead and you gotta.
No, I agree with you on that. That's why I'm like, I didn't know until like I saw more and more like news sites like New York Post and stuff.
I heard TMZ threw it out there before they even let Vanessa know.
No, they were the first one to break it, but like
no. I heard they didn't release it and like they knew and somehow they put it out there before Vanessa even knew about it. That's documented. Like she didn't even know her husband and her daughter died, and TMZ already got it out there.
Yeah, I mean. It's hard. I don't know if they have a relationship with her. You know what I'm saying? So like, are you upset with them because of that? You know,
like I feel like they
did their job.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like that's classless, man. Like that's just certain things. Like you have to something like that where you already know.
See TMZ with class?
I mean, I thought there was some kind of integrity to reporting. You know what I'm saying? Like that somebody as big as Kobe. Like I mean, I understand everybody's gonna. Who cares who breaks that kind of story first? Like, I mean, I don't know, bro. I just felt like for the news to get out and she got to be like,
I wonder if they knew she didn't know.
I'm pretty sure they knew that she didn't know because they're usually like on top of it, like first. Like they follow a lot of people.
Yeah, they do. They got
break news like that.
They got spies everywhere.
Yeah,
some of the stuff they post, I'm like, how do you know? They're like X person unfollowed X person. I'm like
damn it,
like that. How'd you know out of the 1 million followers they got?
Okay. That's why AB attacked the moving man. He thought it was TMZ.
They out here heavy.
There's another spy. Get his ass, AB.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like how many people that were affected by it, you know?
Yeah.
Like from everywhere. It was
But like you said, I'm gonna cut you off, but I forget shit fast. But the way it impacted me is like I seen him like come out of high school and then play a whole NBA career.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's different than like when, you know, Michael Jackson and those other big names like that passed away. Yeah, because like you really watched Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like you really watched him and you know, on Detail on ESPN, he got his own little show on ESPN Plus. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
he's the greatest star we saw in our generation from start to finish.
Right. And I feel the same way about like how I personally have like LeBron and Kobe above Jordan, in my opinion, just because I know Jordan's numbers are great and everything, but I didn't get to watch him like that. Like I saw his greatness, but I didn't really get to watch it like that. And when people my age be like, "Oh, Jordan," I'm like, "How did you? How old were you watching him? Like, how do you really know?" Like
the Jordan I know, the Jordan I know most is the Wizards.
But yeah, so I don't know. Like I Kobe like he was there. He was beating my Mavericks. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like I watched him. You know what I mean? So it was just unbelievable. It was just like wow, Kobe.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree with you. It definitely hit harder than like other stars because you were so intimately aware of like their progress in life.
Yeah, like
and it was crazy because you get to see him like retiring and that other side of his life.
Yeah,
and become like a father and stuff.
That hurts too. That he didn't like enjoy retirement. He worked like he grinded every day.
Yeah,
he didn't enjoy retirement at all.
And it's crazy because you know because his daughter plays. They had her, you know, getting a lot of media attention, just like LeBron James' son. Like, and so like you see them on TV a lot. So it's just like because they died together. Like
he always had those like clips of him on the sidelines at games, like telling them stuff like what they're doing and all that.
And then you hear other people's stories about like their interactions with them. Like I forgot what player it was. He was like they lost the game, so Kobe took all his shoes away from them, the whole team. I forgot who that was.
Walk barefoot.
I feel some kind of way about that now that you mentioned that. Like, I really feel some kind of way about now everybody has a Kobe story.
But it's good to hear though. It just shows like his impact on everybody.
I understand that, but like I feel like some of these stories might not be real because I feel like all of a sudden Kobe told all of y'all special. Like
but some of these
talking about Kendrick Perkins. I heard that one. He said that shit too slow. He talked slow, but that story sounded like he was making it up on the fly.
But half of these stories, there's no reason to talk about because unless someone, hey, do you have a Kobe story?
Yeah.
And they've never been asked that or something.
That's usually when they're telling it. So I understand what you're saying. But I mean, I don't hear it and think like they're lying. I like hearing it because it shows like his impact on people, you know?
Beyond the game,
more than
stuff
anything.
Like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sucked.
But I mean, that's one of those things, perfect example of you not appreciating something or the impact of a person until they're really gone. So I don't know, man. It's kind of like just gotta kind of cherish those moments.
Yeah. Do you think that he was appreciated before he passed away?
I feel like there was a lot of mixed emotions behind Kobe. I feel like that a lot of people question his not his drive, but I mean they call him a ball hog. You know what I mean? They said that Shaq won those championships for him. I feel like
it's just like
I know, but I'm saying like I don't him personally. I don't think anybody had an issue with him.
Yeah,
but you know. When you say question, I mean, that's kind of what what I was going to talk about if you mentioned the Hall of Fame shit, like
him being a Hall of Famer.
Well, I know that he's definitely a Hall of Famer, but you know, obviously a first ballot, but like to people to think that Shaq won those championships. Shaq was always the MVP. Like people, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't give him the credit that they're giving him now.
I mean,
I'm saying there were a lot of Kobe haters.
But even if you question those three, you can't question the next 2, 4 and 5. Those championships, he did a lot. Like he had no Shaq. He had stars around him, but no one like Shaq.
Yeah,
there's still people that say that, but then you got people that think that it's the opposite, where they think Kobe carries Shaq. So I mean, it's pretty even.
They both contributed to the championship. They wouldn't. I don't think they would have won without each other.
Yeah,
definitely not.
And it was cool to see them like make up before he passed away.
Absolutely, because that shit would have killed. Things. That would have killed Shaq if they. That was one of the biggest things that I was at least
happy for, you know?
Yeah.
But I heard that they're trying to expedite him getting into the Hall of Fame. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear that. I don't even know what they mean by expedite because
make it this year, I think.
I mean, he's eligible this year.
Oh, okay.
And was there any doubt that he was a first round ballot? No.
Nah, I think I jumped the gun on that. If I mentioned that, because I was just like, damn, they already letting them get in.
Because I didn't know that. I heard that too, though.
No, but those players,
Edgeability.
popped out. I forgot a couple, maybe a month ago, and he was on there. So he's because it's 3 years after, I think you have to be 3 years retired.
Really,
something like that.
Okay,
5 years. Oh, fact check.
Has anybody? Oh, he on the mic today.
Yeah, he on the mic. What's up, Jose?
So has anybody ever? I don't think this happened. Everybody ever gone to the Hall of Fame and then came back into the NBA?
Nah, I don't think.
That's why they have the 5 years.
Yeah, you're like fucking. I'm gonna be the first. But anyway. And then we got the Mavs retiring his number, 24.
Yep.
I think you said the league's doing it too, right?
No, people want the league.
Like just
people
want the league too, but you really don't have to. A lot of players, out of respect, are not wearing his numbers anymore.
A couple say they're still gonna wear it.
Yeah, like
well, there goes that.
Yeah, because they're like, I'm wearing it to honor him, and some of people are saying I'm wearing it to honor him. I'm not gonna wear it to honor him. Like it's disrespectful to wear his number. Like I don't know. I don't feel like it's disrespectful to keep wearing his number. Just and everybody, they might hate you. They take that number off. Yeah. You don't deserve to wear that number.
There was a lot of there was a lot of like talk in the Mavs forums because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of like the Mavs best ever point guards wore 24.
I don't know.
Mark Aguirre.
Who?
Mark Aguirre.
Oh.
He wore 24 as one of the best Mavs point guards, but he left the team with on good terms, like the way they parted ways, him and the Mavs. So they've never retired the number.
It's an owner's decision. It's his team. He do what he want to do. Go get you a team if you want to.
Like, fine, I will.
I mean,
I'm a little surprised no other team.
Billionaire. I would not.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you want to raise? Denied. Get back out there.
Let's see what this text says.
And then we got switching to.
Don't read it out loud.
Yeah, switching to NFL a little bit. Greg Olsen, Panthers mutually agree to part ways with him. Do you think this helps the team, or how do you feel like that impacts them?
Didn't Kuechly just retire, and now Greg Olsen is parting ways? Like
that's a weird name. Kuechly,
Luke Kuechly. His last name is Kuechly.
Like vagina muscles. But I digress.
Luke Kegels. Oh man, that's disgusting. But shout out to all the girls out there working out, doing them Kegel exercises. Them kikis. Anyway, why are we talking about kikis?
I don't know. How do you? What does this mean for the team?
That was Cam's safety blanket.
What's Olsen looking like? I mean, what did he look like this year? Like, I mean, isn't he hurt a lot? Like, doesn't he always? Isn't he like hamstring issues and quad issues and like calf issues? Like you know what I'm saying, they're like, look, you want to go? Good. We want you to leave.
Him and Olsen was like Romo and Jason Witten. Like they had that connection when it comes to on the field.
Yeah, but he was more so like Witten last year. Like he wasn't a difference maker anymore. Like if Cam was hitting the middle for like 2 or 3 yards,
I mean,
like
I wouldn't blame him. The team wasn't great.
I mean, the team ain't great. You still do your job. You run routes and get open. Like if that's all. I mean, you're a tight end. You're supposed to be one of the best tight ends. Like you run routes and get open.
I don't know if he's top.
He couldn't.
Would you put him top 5 right now?
Olsen? No, not right now. I said last season he was equivalent to what Witten was doing out there. I mean, don't fact check me, Jose.
Watch top 10 and everything.
But
I would how many touchdowns and yards he had.
I'm pretty sure their numbers were comparable. But I don't know. I don't think
Jason saw the field way less.
I don't think that he was a difference maker. So I don't think this impacts the team at all. To be honest with you,
I think it does.
What do you think Cam what's going to happen with him? You think he's going to stay with the team, or
I think Cam is going to use
he already said
portion.
That.
I think he's going to use a good portion of next year to rehab. He actually had his surgery really late in the year.
There was reports out he had a meeting with the team, and after the team meeting, he told the media that he will be there next year.
Yeah, he's gonna be there, but he's gonna use a good portion of rehab and get healthy because he's hitting the free agent market. I think the next year, right? After that, this is his last year under contract, or one of last 2 years. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but I know he's gonna be a free agent pretty soon.
Do you think he's gonna be with another team?
I do. I think he's gonna move on, man. But he's gonna use his time to get healthy because he's been getting hurt a lot. So I really think he's gonna take his time coming back.
Do you think he's gonna have a good career after the injury?
Yeah, I think Cam is gonna have a decent career because he does have an arm, and he's not gonna have to be that Lamar Jackson type player because he can kind of fall forward if he wants to. He just gotta try not to take those hits because he's so damn big. Like
he's lost a lot of weight too, though. I thought because he's like vegan or something now.
So he's still imposing out there on the field, man. Like
I've heard he's dropped weight.
Yeah, but yeah.
I don't see him having much of a career.
I don't see them doing anything, especially in that division. I mean, I saw the Falcons kind of turn it on at the end of the year. The Buccaneers looked good with Winston. They were kind of like a 500 team, I believe, or somewhere around there. Then, of course, the Saints. So I really didn't see them making any noise in that division unless they have one of those, I don't know, Bill type years where
I see his career like Donovan McNabb without a Super Bowl, like a trip to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, like a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
Right now, Cam? No.
Do you think he can get the numbers to be a Hall of Famer?
Oh, anyone can.
Like
I don't think so.
At this stage of his career, coming off injury, do you think he can get those numbers?
No.
I mean, when you think Hall of Fame, like he's not a first ballot. He wouldn't be a first ballot, but he's done some things like running the ball. He has a league MVP. Like he's done a lot of things with he's broken some records to where he could get into the Hall of Fame.
I mean, maybe if the year that he can't get into,
not a first ballot, not a first ballot, though, is what I'm saying.
Dry years, maybe he could get in.
Wow. But do you think
if he continues to play, but not right now, not with his current resume?
If his competition's Romo, then he'll get in.
Do you think like the Hall of Fame is getting like easier to get into then?
No, I don't think so. I just think that a lot of it, I think a lot of people made not only football but sports period. It's so much betting involved now. It's all about numbers and analytics and things like that. So now that's kind of what Hall of Fame and things are kind of based off of. So I don't think it's watered down. I think just their guys are getting into the Hall of Fame just simply based off of numbers. Like Carmelo Anthony is going to be in the Hall of Fame, and I just when you look at Carmelo Anthony, he's a great player, but he never really won anything. You know what I'm saying?
So do you think he deserves switching to basketball? Do you think he should be a Hall of Famer then?
I mean, I don't think so. But he's gonna get in there though.
You see, that's what I'm saying. Like it feels like it's getting watered down. Like
because it's more so numbers. He's probably like top 50 in the league in score, and he's probably like top 25 in rebounds. Like it's like, okay, well, he's up there. We gotta put him in there. Like Carmelo is gonna be a Hall of Famer, and that's why I just feel like analytics and things like that.
The NBA is easier to get into the Hall of Fame because it's not an NBA Hall of Fame; it's a basketball Hall of Fame. So you have high school people in there, you have college people. It's not just a professional like NBA. Like football is NFL Hall of Fame. And I think that makes a big difference. Like Carmelo's going to get in if he's going against, I don't know, two college players that did really good. And let's do Carmelo. He had a good run.
Let's do Carmelo. Wow.
Right now, Melo has a 98% chance to make the Hall of Fame, according to the New York Times.
That's pretty high.
He played in New York. It's a little biased.
I mean, I'm just saying though, like he's gonna get in. Just period. Carmelo Anthony's getting in, but what impact did he have though?
Yeah, like at some point, I mean, you can log numbers, but you gotta have some type of jewelry. I mean,
even Harden, like if he never wins,
the arm sleeve.
If Harden never gets to an NBA championship game, never wins a conference finals game, like he's gonna get into the Hall of Fame simply because he's gonna finish top 10 in scoring if he keeps on at this rate.
Like if you're a big body workhorse and you bullied them numbers up, then I mean, I guess that's an outlier though. Nobody's putting up numbers like that,
Yeah. But Harden did some other stuff like with the triple doubles and stuff like that, where like even Westbrook, like he has to get in based off of that. You see what I'm saying?
It gets frustrating. Like it's like they're doing long division versus just winning championships, to get in.
And I can see where you're saying how it's watered down too, because if it's not just about winning the ultimate prize,
it's not really reserved for like the highest of highest,
But that's contradicting.
But everybody's not Tom Brady
about
though.
Eli Manning.
What are you talking about? I'm not agreeing with it. So I'm not saying that I agree with it though.
Championships, Eli Manning should be in with too.
I guess, but
that's literally what you just said.
Are those two like really because of Eli though?
He's the NFL. It's the quarterback. Like he did his thing to win.
Okay.
Yeah. But Eli also is up there in passing yards, even though he's up there in interceptions. He played a lot of football,
he's
bro.
Top 10 in passing yards.
Yeah, like I say Eli belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Too.
Not just because of the Super Bowls, but just because he was a doofy, but he made some plays, man. He was
Tom Brady would have 2 more rings if it wasn't for Eli Manning.
Yeah.
I don't know if I asked last time, but do you think with Aaron Rodgers not winning this year, his Super Bowl window is closed?
If he gets some wide receivers, I think he can.
You said some white receivers?
Wide receivers.
Oh,
your accent coming out
damn,
strong
right?
today, right? And then the chopper.
Boy, you got some Henny. You got some Henny in that can. Whoa.
Drinking the Bud Ice, y'all.
Wow. So you think he could get back there with all the new bucks coming out and stuff?
Yeah, I think he can.
What was the question?
Do you think Aaron Rodgers' Super Bowl window's closed?
No, not at all. I think this is his first year with his head coach, and they were able to do that. I think next year, if they're able to run that offense again, when you saw when Rodgers started to buy into the offense, they really started to turn it around. They're going to get some more pieces on defense, which is where they struggled at this year. I think Rodgers will be fine. I think his window. Within the next 2 to 3 years, his chances to get another Super Bowl are pretty high, man. He's still able to compete. He can move around. He's mobile. He can obviously throw it like a laser. So I don't think.
But
he
needs help. He can't do it with like the offense around.
He had one of the best running, like Aaron. What is his name? I forgot what the damn running back name was, but he was damn good this year. And you're right though. If they get a
Chubbs
Jones, if they're able to get another like a wide receiver out there, a playmaker wide receiver, I think Bryant's trying to come back. I think the guy named Antonio Brown's out there. If they try to get a playmaker out there, they could make some. I think they can make something happen. I can see AV helping the. Oh shit! I might have just broke something, man. AV to the Packers next year.
I don't think you broke it.
Yeah.
Hey, the NFL was like, we need to focus on his health before we focus on letting him get back in. Y'all saw that? The NFL like released a statement and said
He talked about that too in his interview.
But that's the politically thing correct for the NFL to do. What they gonna say?
You are saucy right now.
They're like, we don't want him, but they can say, let him get his health back.
Whoa, bro, you relax.
Let him get his health back together, then we'll talk about it. And then
so are they admitting that he's having mental health issues? So are they admitting to CTE?
You can't admit to something you can't actually find out if you have or not.
If they say we got to let him get healthy first, like what's his?
I mean, do you think he's healthy?
I mean, I think
nobody thinks he's healthy.
I think he's having some issues with his cabeza.
I don't know, but yeah. I guess. Did you watch? You didn't watch the little interview that he did today?
Mm-mm.
I did.
I did too. I know you.
You watched it?
You always tune in.
Hell yeah! I was like, oh.
He came off a lot like Conor McGregor, and y'all shitted on.
You think so?
Week. Yeah.
I didn't get that at all.
He sounded just like Conor McGregor. You just hate AV.
He sounded like he was in court. I'm like, bro, why are you even here? Like,
you just hate AV. He sounded just like Conor McGregor saying, "Look, I should have thought more before I did those things."
He didn't say all that though.
He did say that.
He said that.
He said exactly that. He said,
okay.
He said, I should think about my actions. I should think about my actions before I do that. And he said that. He regretted what he's done.
His dumb ass was like, there's two sides to both stories. There's two sides of a story.
It is,
bro. You the one posting your side. What are you talking about?
Oh my!
And then he was like, they just focus on the negativity.
Huh? That's what you're posting.
That's what y'all. I say the same thing though.
People it's his negativity he's posting though.
But why does he put it on social media?
And then fucking
why?
Sometimes it's an outlet for some people, bro.
He talked about his kids and stuff. He was like, they didn't really understand that. They just know the positivity. Huh? How? Fuck the police.
Oh my god! All right, let's not do this. We're not gonna start shitting on AB.
Like
man.
I ain't writing none of
Shout
this
out
down.
to AB.
This
Shout
is
out
all
to
off
AB.
the top.
Shout out to AB, man. Shout out to AB. He's gonna get back in the league next year with the
Next year.
He was
with
like
the Green Bay Packers, and he's
he was
gonna
like,
help.
I want to go wherever Tom Brady go.
Ah, shit.
He'll start in Cleveland.
Man,
Yeah.
that's a big dunk right there.
And then they were like, what did they say? They was like, the NFL says they're with you to help you get better and stuff. He was like, well, they haven't helped yet. Like, bro, what are you talking about? It's you. Pay for help. Like, the fuck? But yeah, he definitely didn't seem like apologetic. He was just Wesley
You
Snipes.
just hate
Wesley-
AB.
He just looked like a New Jack
Let's not-
City
I don't even
character.
wanna
Like,
talk
bro.
about it. I don't even want
bro, that's
to.
heavy.
He was super black though, and shiny. He was super shiny. I didn't know AB was that dark.
Yeah, they were like, I guess
Had him in the shadows or something.
she had to plug his locations too. She like, we're in your gymnasium in your weight room and stuff. I'm like, weird flex, but okay.
Just to let the world know I'm in the gym, bro.
But-
I'm working out. I'm ready.
I was thinking about that. You know, that must hurt though. Like the Super Bowl's in Miami, down the street from your house. Like, bro, you can't even go.
He could. He's banned from all NFL events.
I ban him. Fucking shenanigans.
AB, don't
Fucking
start
84.
Don't come in and start no shit, AB.
What are you doing?
I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm
Fucking-
cool. I just want to watch the game, man.
But yeah, it was a terrible interview. I don't know who okayed that, but they fucking must have represented OJ.
His new agent okayed it. Like,
But
you know he
yeah.
had a new representation.
That was terrible. But anyway, before we wrap up, just touch a little bit more on Kobe. Does Nike still suspended his merchandise?
I don't know if it's still suspended, but I know they did the first couple of days after.
How do you feel about that? Do you think, like, bro, what? Why would you do that?
I don't know. I would say that Nike shouldn't have done that.
I think that Nike's like, they're just, instead of them, like, they want to be the ones to make the money off of this merchandise instead of these other people being, being able to buy it.
that makes no sense. They have a set price and they were going to make the money they wanted.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, Nike pulled it because the people who were like selling it, upselling it.
Second market stuff, yeah.
But Nike already does that. They're known to track the resale trends to see if they're still
Right,
in
but
demand.
this isn't a trend. This is a Kobe Bryant gear. So they understand. They just like, look, we not finna lose out on this. We gonna hold on to this, and we're
But
gonna
what
be the
do you-
ones to.
what do you
We're gonna
mean-
be the ones to profit off of this
They
merchandise.
still losing out on it though
What are
because
they
they're not
losing
selling
out?
it.
They're gonna get what they asked for. On
No,
the
they're
price.
gonna hold it and release it like limited edition type shit and make more money off.
So
of
they're
it.
gonna do
Yeah.
what you don't want people to do.
That's what
That's what you're
that's what
saying.
I'm saying. They're gonna do. Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't say that.
He
they,
said, "Oh,
okay.
I didn't think of that."
Yeah.
Fucking Roy.
So you think they're gonna up the price?
Yeah, I definitely do.
Damn. If Nike does that,
that'd be some backlash.
yeah,
too,
that's
though.
be. I don't think they're gonna do that.
Like that. That's
So
a-
they're mad. So you're saying that they're stopping the sale of all merch because people are they feel like that's morally wrong.
yeah. I
You
don't
think that they're
so.
doing that because of that?
Basically,
they mentioned that, and then they also
Come on,
throw in
man.
it's for respect, but that was
Come
also
on, man.
mentioned.
Like-
So that's why.
I don't even think that's a bad though. Like if you got somebody that wants to buy it for that
Yeah,
reason,
you're not forcing no one.
yeah, like
they hit checkout.
if you love
Yeah.
Kobe and you want to
Yeah.
buy something in remembrance,
Just like today, the news article came out that there's a lot of jerseys from last night's game, and people are mad about it.
there were a lot.
There are a lot on eBay and stuff,
Oh, okay.
and people are mad about it. Like, how could you do that?
Yeah,
It's
because it's
America.
my jersey. I bought that ticket. That
Yeah,
was
like-
my seat.
And then, but that was my point, is that this game's already been planned.
But guess
half
what?
of those tickets already been purchased.
But guess
before
what?
anything happened.
Guess what the team did? They said the cheapest ticket was like $700. The cheapest ticket was
Is
like
that normal,
$700. No, that's not normal.
that was
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 it
probably
an
the
LA
cheapest
game?
on the
That was LA
resale.
It was
game,
a
yeah.
LA game. Yeah.
Wasn't on the resale though, because half those tickets already been sold before, because it was a planned game.
Roy used to sell drugs.
I don't know about that, but they talked about it on
I
air
think
and it
okay.
was like, you know what I'm saying? But
But yeah, I guess.
I just feel like they don't want nobody. That's like, if we can't make the money, y'all can't make the money. That's how I feel.
I don't
Yeah.
understand that, because they're gonna
I feel like that
get
too.
what they want. Like, they have their set
Wow,
price. The
so
shoes are
what is
120.
so what is the point of stopping the selling of it then? Like, what's the point?
That's my point. I don't know why they do that.
because they don't want the other person making the money. Like,
You think that's why they're doing it, Roy?
That's part of the
You think
reason.
they
yeah.
play a hating?
Yeah, they
I
hate it.
definitely think
They
so.
hate it on
Yeah.
people. Like, making a living off that.
Yeah.
It happens to every
They,
time.
I mean,
like,
they
a
do it to
celebrity
every
dies.
Jordan.
Yeah.
They do it to every Jordan release, and
Yeah.
they don't stop to sell the Jordans. But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it happens. Like Michael Jackson died, his resale stuff went up. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just people want it.
Yep.
But yeah, before we wrap up, we got John Jones and the Reyes fight coming up February 8th. So that's gonna be before we record again.
Yeah.
Who you got?
I got Jones. And it's funny. The reason I threw that out there this week is because we talked about Jones last week. We talked about him
Yeah.
outside, not on air, but
We did. We talked about him on. We didn't.
no, it was outside because I felt like y'all were right though. McGregor definitely is the face of UFC, but I felt like Jones has defended his, been in that position way longer than McGregor, has defended his title more times than McGregor, has fought better competition than McGregor. Like when I personally think of the UFC, I know Conor McGregor is the one that is like everywhere. I personally feel like to me, John Jones is.
So that's
is
why
the
you rather
best.
have his career, John Jones.
Yeah.
Me, it's pure financial reasons. That's why I
Yeah, I would
Connor.
go Connor. I feel like John Jones. I mean, you got popped for PCP.
Okay, far right. Yeah, he had a drug issue. He got his, every time he came back, every time he's eligible to
Popped
fight.
again.
Every
God.
time he's eligible
He's
to
like, oh, I have
fight.
to fight.
Every time he's eligible
my
to
dealer.
fight, he gets out there and makes it happen. There was a one time against Gustafsson where he tried to beat him in boxing. He got beat up a little bit.
Yeah,
But
he's
other than-
talented.
other than that, like, you know what I'm saying? He not a screw loose. He always does his thing. But yeah, I think that's gonna be a good fight. But I honestly think that he's gonna win easily.
He's favored
Yeah.
to win.
Yeah, he's still undefeated. I think.
He has not lost a fight.
That's what happens when you don't fight.
No, he's
Was the
he's
DC fight that
defended his-
one was a tie?
No,
Because they
Not-
fought twice, I believe.
he won both times. I believe the only reason DC got the
So it was a tie.
title I thought was because Jones couldn't.
I don't remember.
Like he got disqualified. No, was it disqualification?
I don't remember. Something happened to where they had to fight again. Then he like put the pause on him.
Yeah, he beat the hell out of him.
I think he retired or something like that after.
Well, the reason that it was close to first fight is because what Jones does is he tries to come out and beat you at your own game. So we tried to wrestle with Cormier, and wrestle Cormier like a little bear.
Yeah,
But
he hangs out with Khabib too.
does
So,
he really?
Yeah, for real.
Oh wow!
So you could tell.
They out there wrestling bears.
Your turn.
That's funny.
But yeah, yeah. So
Message from our sponsors.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So we got a message from our sponsors. Did you know the cost of a 30-second commercial in this year's Super Bowl will be $5.6 million? Or did you know who's singing the national anthem will go over to, I don't know, what is this? But anyway, if you're a fan of prop betting, you'll appreciate MyBookie prop sheet. Go to mybookie.ag and use promo code PUBSports for a deposit match, minimum of $50 deposit, and use the promo code PUBSports and go to mybookie.ag today.
Where can people check us out, Roy?
You know that was options. You didn't have to read both.
Oh, I mean, you just threw it in front of me. If you knew what to do, you should have did it.
Even though it says that you only have to read one of them.
I mean, but you was here I just came in and we started recording. Like, you should have looked it over and read it. But anyway, what can they hear us at?
YouTube, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, Anchor, everywhere.
It doesn't matter where you're listening to us. Just don't forget to turn down the bass and turn up the treble.
I don't talk shit, bitch. I do shit. Soft top on my car like it's you.